Morning guys, Stagman here. You are looking at my latest acquisition. You just gotta love eBay. I have the MSR Whisperlight, I think it is, which my parents bought me. What should I say? I took a fancy to it and they gave me the money for it. So yeah, they bought it. But I fancy something more compact, and after seeing somebody using one of these, I decided to have a look and buy one. So I bought it. As I say, I've got another bid for another one on a good old auction site, and I've put some petrol in it already. Not a lot, primed it up, and I'm going to see how quick it boils and cooks. My favourite breakfast. Right guys, let's just we'll start today. I'll put the whole 2 litres in. Gone. Get the old breakfast. You can either fry it or boil it. I tend to find frying it makes a bleeding mess because it ends up sticking to the bottom of my frying pan. So let's have a go. Try and light this with a fire still. Yep. Was a light. Okay. How much petrol did I put in it, he says? Yes, a fair bit in there. There we go. Let it settle. Let it vaporise. I've seen so many bad reports of people trying to use this on a camping site, and you know, people on forums just don't seem to get the knack of these things. A good friend of mine had a Peak 1, which is actually what I'm bidding for at the moment on eBay. As well, comes with all the tins that it sits in. That, as you can see, sits quite nicely in the in my billy tin. You know, so my mate showed me how he lights his one, which is a thinner one than this. It's a lot thinner. As I say, it sits in I think they're aluminium tins, which are used as cooking vessels, cooking pots for it. But let's just put the timer on. Okay, it's 11:28. So we'll see how long it takes to heat 2 litres of water. downloaded off their website the instruction manual for it, because it obviously didn't come with one. One thing, guys, don't use this inside your tent. It gives off carbon monoxide. Not a very nice way to let people find you. Probably a nice way to go, because you don't even know the oxygen's going out the tent. But there we go. Loads of warning things. Don't use on an unstable surface. Don't refill while alight. I'm sure I read here somewhere. On its maximum setting, which is full belt like it's on at the moment, I think it was 10,000 BTUs. I'm trying to find it now, just to. Maybe I've got that wrong, but I'm sure that's what it said. Yep. Bubbles starting on the bottom of the tin already. Sounds like a little jet engine. Anyway, a couple of things I'd like to say. Thanks to all you guys that have come across from Mike Smith and subscribed onto my channel. Appreciate that, and thanks for giving me the shout out, Mike. I appreciate that as well. And I'm keeping an eye out as when they're all going to set up another meeting at the old farm that we went to. Another get together, that would be great. You know, it was a good weekend. Just on another note, guys, Mike was saying I tend to make a lot of my own gear. Yep, I make a lot of my own gear, and the next thing I had to make was the good old underblanket for that was discussing it with me kids to see if they wanted their old sleeping bags. Tell them what I was going to make. It's pointless going out buying an old sleeping bag if you've got a couple of old ones spare. But, so anyway, after explaining to them what I was going to do and what have you, I'm just trying to get it sorted. Where are we? They treated me to this. I don't know if you can see that, guys. It's DD underblanket. So I've yet to try it. So my little girl said to me, "Why make one, Dad?" There you go. So thanks to her and my son, my little girl, who's not my little girl anymore, she's through the teenage years, which is the main thing. For those of you who've got daughters, you know what I'm going on about. And for those that have got daughters that ain't into the teenage years yet, you are yet to find out. So yeah, her and my son went out and treated me to that. Oh, especially after telling me, yes Dad, we'll sort out our old sleeping bag and we'll bring it over next time. And that's what they turned up with, so I'm more than happy with that. Guys, that's about 6.5 minutes so far. I suppose really asking it to boil 2 litres is not the done thing, but there you go, we'll give it a proper test. Generally, if I'm going to be boiling water, I won't just be boiling it for myself. In actual fact, what I might do is get make myself a cup of tea as well. Whew. God, blimey, that is taking its time. I am hungry and all. Don't want that falling in me milk. I was going to try and get out in the old kayak today, guys, but weather's just overcast. It's absolutely chucked it down this morning. I'm lucky where I do all this is at the bottom of my garden. It's under 3 trees, so which I generally hang my hammock from. And to my friends that laugh at me for sleeping in my hammock at the bottom of the garden, purely if I don't get a chance to get out and get into the woods, which, to be totally honest, at this minute in time, it's getting to be a nightmare. Started a new job about 2 months ago. Work every other weekend, and so, you know what it's like. New job, you're just trying to sort of not arse slick, but impress. You sort of put yourself up for any work. I'm trying to pay the bills off that I accumulated while I'm not working. Just so it's any overtime going. So I just really my outdoor activities have more or less come to a halt. I tend not to take the filming equipment with me when I go. Generally, if I go up the local woods, my wife drops me off with her little car, and I go walking off. I just seem to have accumulated so much, I wouldn't say crap, but so much gear that I'm still trying to find out. I think, like most of us, we all try to find out what is best for all year round, what is best to take, and I've more or less come to the conclusions. I've got 2 kits: winter, summer, and 1 hammock. But winter sleeping bag, softies, summer sleeping bag. So it's nice for the kids to buy me the under blanket. And then it's like, okay, that's great, but that's something else I've got to pack, something else I've got to take with me. Whereas, you know, if I'd have knocked it up out of an old sleeping bag, if it hadn't done me any good, I could have thrown it. Now I can't throw that. So we're getting there. Can't pump it anymore. I must have pumped it too much first off. It's 11 minutes, guys. 11, 12 minutes, something like that. If you guys can see in there or not, but you can see it's just at that point. If I stopped taking the lid off, it would probably boil quicker. Well guys, another boring video from Stagman. I wonder if it would have worked any quicker with a windshield around it, possibly. Just a very tiny breeze in the air. But these are dual fuel stoves, and I went down to our local garden centre to buy this Alpen Aspen 4T, which quite a few of the guys have been talking about. I think it works out about 23 to 24 pound a gallon, and just, you know, to me it's a lot of money to go up in flames, when if you work it out, I don't know, a gallon of petrol's about 7-8 quid in it, thereabouts. No, hang about, it's a gallon of diesel, so it's at 1.29 a litre. So 4, 5.5, 6 quid a gallon then, I suppose. So £14 a gallon saving. Just because it burns cleaner and doesn't require this to have a clean. Well, ain't being funny. For 14 quid, I'll strip it and give it a clean. I've got a plastic bag that I'm going to put the Coleman in for when it goes in there, because I've noticed that there's a little bit of rust around the bottom of the around the foot area, and that's obviously where it's been stood on damp ground before and been packed away, stood on damp ground and packed away. But I don't want to put a rust ring inside me tin, me pot, me billy tin. I must have got that mistaken. It can't be 10,000 BTUs, otherwise it'd have boiled by now. So it's been going 20 minutes now then, thereabouts. I think that's proved to me one thing: don't use 2 litres of water in the future. I think I read somewhere on the paperwork it's supposed to boil water a litre, 6 minutes a litre. So at this rate it won't be breakfast time, it'll be lunchtime. If you want to fast forward, guys, please do. If you want to switch me off, please do. think these retail at about 60-70 quid, the Coleman stoves. I have seen them about 80 odd pound with the case and everything that goes with them. That's a plastic case they do for it now, not one that you can use as a pot. The spare parts for it, the rubbers for the pump, the vaporizer across the top, they do them parts. They're about £6-7 for the replacement parts. All in all, from what I've read and from just operating it now, I find it a good little piece of kit. Take a cup of water out for my tea. It's hot enough for tea. Yes guys, definitely hot enough for tea. I mean, it's not boiling, but it's hot enough for a cup of tea. Can't understand that. So the wind's picked up now. You see the bottle in the background blowing back and forward. Ever new titanium mug. I say new. As you can see, I've actually used it, cleaned it. But, that's my lightweight kit. It's got the Trangia burner in the inside the pot, the pasta pot. So there's my burner inside there, and it's going in my backpack. And I think my breakfast is ready. Well, I hope it's ready because I'm starving. The only moan I've got, it's a bit warm down here to try and operate this. So like a T key or something that you could lock onto it would be, just thinking outside the box. Do that regularly. How can you improve something that's already been proved? Well guys, as you can see, it is boiling. So, and I've took 1 cup of water out of there, so 1 cup of water out of a litre. What's that work out? A quarter of a litre? Half a litre? No. How many cups in a litre? Right guys, brainstorming. How long is that? Too long, it says. Just under 30 minutes. At 25 minutes to boil 2 litres of water. Or just under 2 litres now because I took a cupful out, but so there we go, guys. Coleman stove. And believe me, when I said I put a little drop of petrol in there, I did. It's probably about an egg cupful. That's amazed me, that has. Weren't sure if it was going to work or not, but apparently it works on pressure. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but bloody hot. So there we go, guys. Cooked breakfast. So get the old wrapper. Put that straight back in there. Got something to hold it with. Pull the lid off. There you go, guys. Don't you see that? It is steaming. Bon appetit till the next time, chaps. Have a good one.